What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Ultimate 616, and this is part 2 and the final part, let's just put it that way, of making the Fright Zone from the Masters of the Universe franchise. And so far, I really enjoyed the way part 1 came out, making the actual cave, rock, slash prison thing. And now we're going to finish it off. We're going to add the door to the jail, we're going to make the dragon, and we're going to make the little tree that sits on the top. So let's get started. So first, the only thing I'm going to add as far as supplies goes to this video in the overall project are one toothpick and just a set of rubber gloves. You might need to buy a second pair in case you kind of like mess up, but I mean they really only run you about $2, $3, something like that, depending on where you go. And make sure you get the longer ones and not the shorter ones, because and the latex, the thicker rubber. The Playtex ones actually work the best, and they're going to do you a lot more favors than any other regular rubber gloves. So make sure you look for those. But other than that, yeah, let's start working on this thing. First, let's work on that door. What you want to do is you want to get about 6 or 7 of your little bendy straws there, and what you want to do is this: take 2 of them, lay them out. I'd say about 3 or 4 inches apart. And what you want to do is just kind of lay them across, get an idea where you want them to sit. And don't make them too symmetrical. You want them to look oblong, oddly shaped. You don't want it to look like a normal prison door, because it's the Fright Zone, it's supposed to be scary. And just kind of get an idea what you want to do, and then take your hot glue gun and just sort of glue them into place where they are. And this last one, just kind of chop up into smaller pieces and just sort of fill in the spaces. And then glue those into place as well. And what you want to do is you want to take your brown spray paint. After the glue is settled, just spray paint both sides. And what you want to end up with is something that looks like this. Alright, it's supposed to look, oddly shaped. It's supposed to be funny looking because it's just a jail cell that is owned by one of the villains of the Masters of the Universe, and that's all you really want to look. You want it to look just like this, and the 2 in the middle you actually want it jutting out because they look that way in the original toy. I feel like this might be too dark of a brown for the Fright Zone, because in the original thing I think the door was like more of an orange, but I want more of a real look. And this is actually looks pretty good. I hope it doesn't blend in too much with the cave part, but we'll see. But right now I'm actually pleased with the way it looks. So that's it. The door, done. I mean, that is it. That's all you need to do. So that's probably the easiest part of this whole build. Alright, for the second part, you want to make the tree that sits up in the corner, and it's going to end up looking like this. And all I did was I took my paper towel core, and I spray painted it brown. And I just took some scissors to the top, I just made it look angular. I cut it, different angles. I ripped it a little bit so it looked a little rough on top. And what I did was these are actually the pipe cleaners. There's 4 branches on the tree. And what I did, you're going to need 8 of your pipe cleaners. Put them in sets of 2. And what you want to do is you want to take them like this and just twist them around. Twist them around each other. Leave yourself, I'd say, 1.5 to 2 inches on the end, and just make it look kind of rough looking. Make it look, like a tree branch. I don't know. Go outside and look at a tree. That's what it should look like. And that's it. You take that, and what you do is you poke a hole. Poke 4 holes anywhere near the top, and what you can do is just actually poke those through. And what I did was I glued them to the inside with some hot glue. That way you can't rip it out. You can actually pull on this thing pretty hard and it won't rip out. So it's going to be pretty durable. And then just spray paint those brown as well. And it'll give it actually a pretty gnarly look. And the good thing about it, I think the original toy could actually grab your figures. And so what I did was I made them out of pipe cleaners so you can actually bend it and twist it, however you want. If you want it just like background for a fan film, or if you actually want to like grip onto an action figure or whatever, these things are pretty durable, and you can actually do all of that. So this is what it's going to look like. And as far as the tree goes, that is it. Now for the dragon, you're going to take a spare piece of cardboard. It's going to be 8 inches long. It's going to be 4 inches wide in the middle. And then you want to go up 4 inches. And it's going to be 2 inches wide here at the second part. So you're going to get a nice little diamond shape. So remember, 4 inches, 2 inches, and it's going to be 8 inches long. Cut that out, fold it in half, and you've got yourself the basic mouthpiece. Take one of your rubber gloves, and what you want to do is lop it off at the wrist, just right at the wrist. Just cut everything off. And what's going to happen is you're going to be able to open it up just a little bit like this. And the mouthpiece is just going to slide right in there. Don't put it all the way through, just right there at the edge. And then what you want to do is that little last ½ inch or so, just slice the edge right there. And what you're going to do is you're going to take this little flap, and all you're going to do is glue it just to the inside edge right here. So you're going to get your rubber glove hot glued to the inside edge there. And at that point, you'll be able to slice all the way down the side. And you'll be able to have the latex on the outside, the cardboard on the inside, and you'll be able to move the mouth up and down. And we'll go from there. You are going to want to buy 2 packs of that. Yeah, I spent about 20 minutes figuring out how to do this thing, and I did need to buy a second pack. So after all is said and done, this is what it should look like. You got your glove on there, like I said. What I did was I cut 2 extra gloves, same place, right at the wrist, and then I sliced one side open so that way I had a nice flap that I could wrap all the way around. It's going to be hard to do. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be hard to do because you have to have it on, and you have to be able to wrap it around your hand, find out where it stretches, where to glue it at. So this part is going to be the most frustrating. I'm not going to lie. And I'm a little disappointed with it. If you want to round the edge of your little cardboard piece and then glue it on there, it's not. I'm not gonna lie. You know, it's gonna serve its purpose. What I need to do now, what you should be doing now, is gonna take it outside and you're gonna spray your brown spray paint on there. Give it a good coat of brown spray paint. Let it settle, and we're going to go from there. After everything is said and done, this is exactly what it should look like. I got the eyes on there. I just used a little bit of acrylic paint, a little bit of yellow and a little bit of black. Painted some eyes on there. Did the same thing with the teeth. But yeah, like I said, I'm a little disappointed with the way this thing turned out. But the paint definitely helps. And don't forget, there is a yellow stripe that goes down both sides. I don't know. I think the more rounded edge is actually going to serve you better. So if you can, round the edge. Don't make it so block-like. That would be one thing that I do suggest if you are going to try to make this on your own. But yeah, so our tree's painted, our door is painted. Let's go stick them on there. And Fright Zone will be done. That is the completed Fright Zone project. All I did was I took a toothpick and I jammed it right there. You can actually see a little bit of it there. And what you can do is that door opens and closes just like that. I know there was a switch in the original game playset, but I'm not that fancy. And that actually serves its purpose. And you can actually see up here, nice little tree. That actually didn't turn out too bad. I thought that was going to be the weakest point of this whole project. But for me, just me personally, the dragon itself is the weakest point. I don't know. I wasn't expecting a masterpiece, but you know, for just a couple of dollar latex gloves, you know, that wasn't too bad. But yeah, that is the gist of the original playset from Mattel, and honestly, I am very pleased with it. I'm really pleased with the way it turned out. I really like the realistic look. If you wanted to go for the more playful, like playset look, everything would be a brighter brown. Everything would be brighter colors. That would be like a more of an orange, you know. So would the tree. But this is actually, honestly, in my personal opinion, a pretty good representation of what that toy set would have looked like in realistic terms. I mean, I really like. Might actually do some like projects with like just this foam itself, but I'm pleased with it. I hope you guys give it a shot. If you do try something different with this dragon, let me know. But as far as this goes, this project is done. Please do me a favor and consider supporting the official release. Anything Masters of the Universe. That really is a big part of a lot of people's lives from the 80s and even the 90s, and actually it's still a big part of mine. If you check out my most recent Christmas gift from my wife, it's actually Super 7's take on the Masters of the Universe. This is officially sold out, and my wife, however, got her hands on it, and I am very pleased. But yes, you might notice that I'm on a little bit of a Masters of the Universe kick right now, considering the latest videos. But yeah, definitely, please go out, support the official release, check those guys out. Everything, this is actually Super 7's version, and they are doing a fantastic job. I'll let them know. But yeah, He-Man is timeless. She-Ra, Princess of Power, timeless. They aren't going anywhere anytime soon. I do these projects just out of sheer nostalgia and fandom. I mean, these things are awesome. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you had a great Christmas. Have a good New Year, and I will see you all next year and in the next video. All right, take it easy.